I'm going to be honest. 2020 wasn't even that bad. Welcome to Republican Talks, everybody. I'm your host, Kenneth Glenn. And today, I got important announcements to make before I start the video, alright? So, I got a Q&A coming up soon. And if you want to be part of that video, just ask me. I'm going to ask you questions in DMs, comments. I'm going to be putting posts up on Instagram, Snapchat, and Messenger. Or on Facebook. And if you want to ask me questions, just ask me any question on there. It's going to be anonymous unless you want me to put your name in the video. If you want me to put your name in the video, just put your name in the question. But if you don't want your name in the video, just don't put your name in the question. All right. And also got one more. If I will start taking sponsors, so if someone wants to give me money to promote one of their products, I will do that. And if you are interested, just let me know, and I'll just give you the price. All right, so let's get into the video. So, 2020, the worst year on planet Earth. Is it really, though? Was it really the worst year on planet Earth? I mean, it was bad. There's a lot of bad that happened. But I'm not going to go over here and say it was the worst year on planet Earth. Because I can name 4 years off the top of my head that were way worse than 2020. 4 years off the top of my head alone. In recent memory, yeah, it was a pretty terrible year, but I didn't even think it was that bad. So why did I not think it was that bad? Well, let's get into it. So January is when COVID first started coming around. It's kind of like, is it really that bad or anything? That's like when we didn't really know much about COVID. We've actually known about COVID since November, but the government didn't tell us anything about it because China said that they had it under control, but then they ended up not having it under control. Very irresponsible of them. January, so Joe Biden had an aneurysm in January. Kamala Harris was calling him racist and a bunch of other crap. Trump got impeached for something that Joe Biden did in January. He got impeached over a phone call, and supposedly he said, if you don't prosecute Joe Biden's son, that I'm not going to give you the money. Even though Joe Biden said that. He actually bragged about doing it, too. February, Trump got impeached, kind of. Impeachment with an asterisk next to it, because no president's actually ever been impeached. The closest president to getting actually impeached was Richard Nixon, and he stepped down and let Gerald Ford take over before he even could get impeached. Trump did not get impeached, really. He just lost a popularity contest. Because if he got impeached, he would have been taken out of office. What happened to Donald Trump was that the House said, we don't like you, we don't want you here anymore, so we're going to vote on something. So that's why I say it's more like a popularity contest than anything else. Also, in February, the Super Bowl happened. And that's when COVID was first actually going around America. That's when church shut down. There was an event for our youth group that shut down, which was sad. All that was terrible. But we're back at it now. March, Joe Biden said that he was not ashamed of the 1994 crime bill, which should have been a bad... Which just shows you how ignorant these Biden supporters are. Like Mark Hamill and The Rock and Kevin Nash. It shows you how ignorant they actually are because they think that Trump's so bad. But Joe Biden pulls off crap that he has this year. I mean, there is no way that Biden actually won the fair election. I know he didn't. But we're not going to talk about that yet. But Joe Biden said a bunch of stupid crap so far this year. He said that he doesn't regret the 1994 crime bill, which was a horrible thing that he did, actually. What happened? What else happened in March? I think March was also the month that Brown Taylor died, which was sad. In April, or March was also the month where the quarantine started. It was Friday the 13th of March, which was funny because Friday the 13th is like that spooky day. And that's the day when schools got canceled all across America. And I still went to school on Monday, But every other school that I knew of got canceled, and everyone had to wear masks at all times. That's when everything became a train wreck. All right, so like this is just 2020, just normal, and then Friday the 13th hits, and it just goes. It's like Friday. As soon as Friday the 13th happened, it just crashed. It's like the Steelers at the end of the football season. I'm so funny. April. I didn't do much in April. I mean, we had schoolwork, but I didn't really do that. April, May. May, George Floyd died in May. And also, I think May was the month when Bernie Sanders stepped down because he had a 300 deficit against Joe Biden. I still don't know how Joe Biden was able to beat Bernie Sanders. As much as I hate Bernie Sanders and his politics and how much I think he would destroy our country, I still do not understand, because he actually had supporters, where Joe Biden was just voted for because people didn't like Trump, because he wasn't Trump. But Bernie Sanders had a 300 deficit against Joe Biden, so he ended up stepping off, which was just weird. I thought it was weird. June. May, George Floyd also died, if I didn't mention that. June, let's see, what happened in June? Joe Biden said a bunch of racist stuff. July, I started this YouTube channel here on YouTube. July, I did one of my first MMA fights, like an actual MMA fight. I did one in March. No, I did one in May. But it was like a fun, just goofing off type fight, where the one in July was like actually like we were going at it. Like we had the intent to kill each other. That was fun, all fun. I love Dominic. He's big. I love him. He's a great friend of mine. And I look forward to my fight against Ben Glanville coming up April. I'm having another fight April. This year. Trying to think. August, a lot of stuff happened in August. The DNC happened. The RNC happened. Which the RNC was way better than the DNC. The DNC was basically like Joe Biden pulling down his pants and just having everybody kiss his butt. Where the RNC was like people having actual logical, intellectual thoughts and opinions on different things. Later in the month, Jacob Blake got shot by a cop 7 times in the legs. Not in the legs, in the chest. People thought it was police brutality because CNN sucks at their job. But reality, he got what he deserved. He basically fought a cop, tried to stab a cop, wrestled a cop, shook off a taser, and he opened up a door, grabbed a weapon, and then got shot. He pretty much got what he deserved. And he was getting arrested because he was trying to take custody of kids that he had a restraining order on. So, not very good record there, I'd say. Also, Kyle Rittenhouse, he became famous in August because he ended up defending himself and killing 3 people and wounding another guy. Kyle Rittenhouse, he was hired to defend a property after he surfaced online because he was defending property and helping small businesses build up their business. He's a wonderful dude. He's an amazing guy, very smart, but he had to do what he had to do. I mean, he was a scared kid. If you watch the interviews with Kyle Rittenhouse before all this stuff went down, he was terrified to be there. He was terrified. He actually got pepper sprayed. He got chased by a pedophile. His name was Mason Rosenbaum. Michael Rosenbaum. I think it was Mason. Mason Rosenbaum, who was the guy who actually was a child molester. I wasn't kidding. He was. And I guess he died doing what he loved doing. Chasing little children. I I'm going to keep that in. I don't give a crap. Kyle Rittenhouse basically did nothing illegal, if you really think about it. He defended himself. The reason why he got chased is because he extinguished a dumpster fire. And he did nothing illegal. Oh, he brought a weapon. Yeah, you can open carry when you're the age of 16 in the state of Kenosha. Not the state of Kenosha, but you can, in that city, Kenosha, you can open carry a rifle as long as more than 16 inches or more. At the age of 16, he was actually 17 at that time because he turned 17 on the 25th of August. Kyle Rittenhouse, he's a good dude. I hope he makes it out of prison. $2 million for his bail. Crazy. Let's think. September. The debates happened in September. And I think Chadwick Boseman died in September, which was sad. Oh, Kobe died in January, too. That was sad, too. The debates happened. Those were hilarious. The Trump versus Biden debates were hilarious. The best way to put it, the Trump and Biden debates, was like the movie Step Brothers. If you ever seen the movie Step Brothers, it's with Will Ferrell in it. And there's a part in it where Will Ferrell and the other guy, I forgot the other guy's name, they're just like bickering back and forth. And that's literally what the debate was. It was literally the two guys from Step Brothers just arguing back and forth. Now, I don't think necessarily that Step Brothers is a super appropriate movie for everybody to watch. But I do got to admit, the memes were funny. The memes were funny, talking about Joe Biden and Hunter. Joe Biden and Trump. And the Mike Pence and Kamala Harris debates, those were pretty civil. October, Trump and Biden debates, again, those were fun. November, the election happened, and nobody wanted to vote in person because you might get COVID. And then as soon as Joe Biden was called the winner, everybody was partying and stuff, which was absolutely crazy. Thanksgiving happened in November, of course. Our governor was trying to make it so nobody could see their families, which was ridiculous. Mayor in LA said that he would shut off your water and your electric if you had too many people over at your house, which is fantastic stuff. What a wonderful dictator. I mean, what a wonderful politician they have over there in that state. And let me think. December, I didn't do much in December, really. Really, one of the big things I can think of in December was I got a fight with my uncle. It wasn't like he was pissed off at me or anything. It was a fair fight. We put gloves on. It was a respectful fight. It wasn't like he got mad at me and beat me up. Okay, no. He challenged me to an MMA fight. So as the ego-filled human being that I am, I took the offer up. And it was a pretty decent fight. And I think that I'm going to call it a tie. Because I messed up his face pretty bad. And he messed up my face pretty bad. I don't know. Also, it was dark outside, so the fight really wasn't that great because we couldn't really see as it was. The only thing we had to see was the porch light, but there was a truck in front of the porch, so we couldn't even really see the light. So that fight was fun, though. It was a fun thing, and I'll definitely fight you again. All right, you hear me? I'm talking to my uncle, not anybody else. Oh shoot, I forgot. September. My sign here. I made a sign for Trump to support my president, Donald Trump. And someone kicked it down. Some kitchen flippin' beta kicked down my sign. And not only did he kick down my sign, that's not what makes me mad. What makes me mad is he kicks down my sign and then runs away. In my opinion, if you want to do something, you better do it in front of the dude you're going to try to harm. Okay? You don't kick someone's sign down behind someone's back and then run off like a coward. Alright? That's what betas do. Want to know what alphas do? If I was in his shoes, I would have knocked on my door. I would have said, I don't like Trump. let me show you what I'm going to do to your sign. And I would have kicked it down in front of the owner. That's what an alpha would do. But no, this beta, this absolute weak human being, I don't even know if it's a man. I'd imagine so. This absolute beta male, kicks down my sign and runs off like a little coward. And I'm going to show you the picture of my sign again. So, if the person who kicked down my sign is watching this, he remembers, so he knows. That happened in like September, by the way. Trying to think of other things. Church opened up around. My church opened up around. I think my church opened up around August, I think. But yeah, that's my year review. I hope you liked the video, guys. Please leave a comment, subscribe for more. I'm out. I'll see you guys later.
Hey, Donald Trump is your president, and if you like it or not.